else. What I'm gonna do though is because this could be a best of 5 series, I'm gonna put this as 3-1 for a little bit. I'm gonna stream for a little bit longer, talk to the chat, but I'm gonna be uploading this to YouTube probably, and so I'm gonna upload like a game 5 in case there was a game 5, so that there's no spoilers. But it's just gonna say there is no game 5. It was 3-1, just so you don't see like 4 games. Oh, you know it was a 3-1, and then after the third game, you know who won. Got it? Strategy. So congratulations to Reciprocity, Ogre 2, coaching the likes of, oh goodness gracious, Ryan, Snipe Down, Sola, Trippy, and Satan. Boom. I remembered all of that very slowly. Almost forgot it. Ooh. Alright, so I'm going to shoot for another 5 or so minutes. Just updating the series. Yeah. Thanks for hanging out, Tyler. Thanks for hanging out, everyone else. You guys are all awesome in the chat. All talking about good things, cheering on players, you know, talking positively. Good vibes in the chat. Appreciate you all. If you guys have any questions, want to have any topics you want me to talk about, go ask away. Or if you guys have any critiques for my casting, obviously there's some things that are kinks that are going to get worked out. Oh yeah, 10 bits from 3D Poop. Appreciate it. If you guys have any comments on my casting, I know there's some things that are gonna be worked out if I cast more, but who knows what I'm gonna be casting next. I think all the rest of the finals are gonna be casted by the Halo stream, so I probably won't be able to cast those. Or like if I cast them, it's gonna be in direct competition with Halo, which would be no reason to cast them. What spawns would you like to hold on Plaza Strongholds and why? It's always a rotating spawn, so I mean you want to hold bottom in a nest, and if you get the trip cap, that's great, but you kind of want to end up trapping them in blue. That would be perfect, but that usually doesn't happen. Just drink more tea and water. Actually, funny enough, when I was drinking the tea, it was getting like worse. Growing your hair out more, appreciate it. Did Tox get 3-0'd? No, they got 3-1 by Renegade Reciprocity. They got 3-1 by Reciprocity, and Renegades 3-2'd Splice. At the end, you could change your tone and tempo to summarize and put an exclamation on the end. Boom! Good feedback right there. A lot of the times, like, if I'm messing around, if I'm not doing a serious, like 100% serious cast, I'll like mess around with my voice and throw it up and down. So that's like kind of what I did, but no, you're right. I was just like, I was completely lost that last game because of the sound glitch, which again, very frustrating. For the players and for me, because that's definitely an issue that I've had a couple of times. It's the first time that I've had that issue in like a couple of months, but it's like every 1 in like 100 games you'll get that issue. Probably more than that. Probably 1 in like 1,000. Where one person will have it like 1 in every 100 games or so. You need to cast events. Hey, I'm always down to cast events that I'm at, but most of the time they already have enough people like qualified to cast there, and they've already paid them. So like, why are they paying them to not cast? You know. Why blue over tram yard spawns for Plaza Strongholds? Because from blue you have to pick a direction. So if you're in blue, you have to pick either to go yard or to go snipe. You can't really do both at the same time. And then if you want to go blue to yard, you're funneled into this really small chokehold, which is flowers. So 2 people can hold off a 4-man push. Qualified to cast. Hey, what up, Sims? But yeah, so two people can hold off a four-man push from blue to yard if they throw grenades correctly and like not bait out the push, but milk the push enough for their teammates to get across the map and help you guys retain yard. Um, from loop, you don't really mind loop spawns, but only if you don't let all four players spawn there. You saw Reciprocity do that a couple of times on the Slayer game, where they'd kill all four in blue. They would spawn two loop, and Reciprocity's like, all right, split spawn them, run at them, and I talked about it in the game. So that's kind of what you want to do in Strongholds too. You don't want all four players to spawn loop because then they're slowly breaking out. From blue, you're not able to do that. From blue, you have to make your decision. You either go open field, which you're going to get lit up doing, or you're going to go into flowers, which you're choked into doing, right? So I mean that's kind of my opinion. Do you think Sniped was the best player on Rec and Boo Boo was the worst on NV? No. I mean, no, not really. I mean, I thought Penguin was the best on Reciprocity, and Boo Boo may have been like statistically the worst and like a droppable player, but he did his job on NV. Oh, appreciate it, guys. Appreciate all the kind words. Hey, Toshi sent me a nice message on Twitter saying nice casting. Appreciate it, Tosh. Obviously, this is like a local, unprofessional cast. If you guys know who Grant is in Dota, kind of like him when he streams on his own personal stream. But then, like, the style is gonna change up. It's gonna be more professional, more respectable. If it's like a real game, I'm not gonna be like all the time. But because it's like a unprofessional stream, I like showing my thoughts unprofessionally. Yeah, DIY cast, yeah. Are there any more games? No, that was the finals. 3-1 Reciprocity over Renegades. I'm just talking right now so I can upload all of these games to YouTube in case anyone missed them. And upload a game 5 so that you can't see there's only 4 games played, so whoever was up 2-1 ended up going up 3-1. You'll see that game 5 and, well, maybe there's a chance of a game 5 happening, right? So that's why I'm still streaming, and, well, I mean, I like talking to you guys too. Do you think it's realistic to see other teams catch up to Splice and Tox, or was this event possibly an aberration? Not. I think that's the tournament's in 2 weeks, and that anything can happen, and that teams because these 2Ks weren't announced like a month in advance. Because this wasn't announced like a month in advance, no one really practiced for these tournaments as hard. So like I don't even think Splice has scrimmed since then. I mean, it's not like Splice scrims anyway. So I think that this next event is a toss-up. It could go anyway. You say like Splice and Tox, they've stuck together for so long, so they should be the teams that come out on top whenever like because they have chemistry. Well, that's just false. Every God Squad has been dethroned by a team that just randomly got put together. And again, for this tournament, Renegades and Reciprocity beat Tox and Splice. All because, or not all because, but even though Splice and Tox have stuck together, it's Tox for 2.5 years, they got beat by a team that got put together 2 weeks ago. Right? So you can't, I don't know, you can't just say stuff like that. But basically, we don't know what's going to happen. Anything can happen coming into this tournament, especially with Reciprocity and Renegades making it to the finals, showing that this is not going to be status quo. This is not going to be the same as it has been for the past couple of seasons, where Tox looks undefeatable except for maybe by Splice. Right? So, that's it. That's it for the stream today, guys. I really appreciated everyone hanging out. Hold on a second. Don't go anywhere. I want to host someone, because I actually have a decent amount of viewers. Send you guys somewhere nice.